What's up, anatomy? I'm sitting here at school. It's pretty cold, so I got a sweatshirt on, and apparently I'm sitting in front of a black hole. Hopefully I don't get sucked into it. Anyways, just thought it was interesting looking at it. This right here that you see behind me is the first black hole that they had actually discovered. So they made a model of it in a game I have. All right, what are we going to do today? Well, we are going to, I promised you this a bit ago, but we're going to make a video that is a review for your upcoming Organization of the Body test. Okay, so we're going to try out the new Anatomy Atlas 2019. I'm not sure how that's new if it's 2019, but I paid a whopping $24 for it last week. So let's try it out. I will tell you, the thing we're going to look at, it's kind of creepy in a way. All right, let me close this, get rid of the black hole, because it doesn't really have anything to do with anatomy. So let's get rid of it. All right, Anatomy Atlas 2019. So you can see how it's different. Now they give you this cadaver lab module thing. And it's kind of, I don't know about you guys, it's kind of creepy. Okay, so as I look at this, it's partially dissected. It does kind of remind me of college a little bit, when the first time they rolled out the cadavers in anatomy and physiology. They came out, the gurney looks the same on a metal table, but it looks pretty much the same, but mine had, the face was covered. I think all of them were covered. I don't think they let you see the face of a cadaver. I don't know why. There's always the story that, oh, I'm studying anatomy on my great uncle or something like that. I don't know why they cover them, but they do. Okay. Med school, the wraps come off. All right, so let's start off. Way back when, we started off with directions of the body. So we haven't done one for a while, and there are going to be 3 of them on the test. Let's try a compass rose. Now, let's start off with the compass rose. I'll put the guy, just kind of just weird. I'll just stand there with his hands out like that. He is in anatomical position, so that's good. All right, let's go right here. What I want you to do for review question number 1, go ahead and create a compass rose for the body in this position. So, because it's a video, just pause it, draw the compass rose, and all these answers that you put down, bring them to class and we'll go over them. And hopefully, that's assuming that I can remember exactly what I asked you. But bring them, remind me of the position, and I'll do them for you in class and see if you got them right. Okay, question number 1. What is the correct anatomical compass rose for this position? We're going to draw another compass rose, but this time we're going to put it in a different position. So right now he's in the supine position. That means you're laying on your back. Let's go to prone. Okay, that was a little bit disturbing. All right, let's move him to a new position. Okay, question 2, create a compass rose for the body in the current position. I don't know why I'm pausing. I was just pausing, waiting for you guys to draw it, and I'm making a video. So, some pro skills here at video making. All right, questions that we can do. Like I said, there'd be 3 of these on the compass rose, so let's flip him back over. Let's zoom in on a body part. All right, this skin thing, let's get rid of that. It's kind of bugging me. Let's go in and look at the side view. Oh, we haven't actually done this. Let's do the ear. Okay, question Number 3, create a compass rose for the ear in its current position. Let's start doing some dissecting here. So I'm just going to click on things, make it disappear to remove some muscles. Here's a pro tip: if you ever dissect a cat, anything, pick the skinniest one possible. I can remember in high school when we had the cats, the teacher came out and he said, all right, pick your cat. Everybody's like, oh, I want the biggest one. No, don't get the biggest one because they have the most fat. Fat is not fun to remove. Okay, question number 4. What body cavity is this? Number 5. What body cavity is that? Let's remove some more stuff. Remove the lung. What body cavity, for number 7, would this whole area here be? Number 8, name this body cavity. I'll outline it. Okay, that would be number 8. Number 9, number 10, what body cavity would this be? Right here. It's within number 9. Okay, further dividing. If we go down to number 5, you're going to have a cavity right here. And you're going to have a cavity down here. We'll make that, what is number 11? What body cavity is number 11? And what is 12? Now, if you do these body cavities, make sure you can give me at least one example of an organ that you find in the cavity. Okay, let's clear all this text off. Let's try another compass rose, but not the body. Let's go find a body part. Let's go back to the menu. Get out of the creepy, gross anatomy lab. Let's go to systems, maybe. Oh, let's try this. This might be harder. Let's do a cross section. Let's pull this one up. Now, this is what an MRI does, is they will take cross sections. Now, something I could throw at you here as a test, I could say right now, all right, for question, I believe we're on number 13, is what plane are we looking at? Remember, there were 3 different types of plane. So 13 is what plane are we viewing right now? Okay. All right, so if we look at this, we can see the body's been separated into upper and lower, or superior and inferior. So as we rotate it, you can check that out. Okay, identifying parts here, we can see some vertebrae here. We can see the heart, different parts of the heart. You can see the aorta, part of the aorta right there. You can see the humerus. Here's the triceps, bicep brachii. What I want you to draw a compass rose for, let's do, speaking of the humerus, for number 14, draw a compass rose for number 14. And to make it a little bit different, but a little bit the same, let's do, for number 15, draw another compass rose for this structure. By the way, it's the heart. So draw a compass rose for the heart. Get rid of that. Go to the menu. Let's go to regions. Let's pick the abdominal regions. Let's remove some stuff we don't need. There's the 6-pack, get rid of that. Get rid of the linea alba. Okay, abdominal regions, there are 9 of them. See if you can name them. Almost forgot what question we're on. I believe we are on question 15. Okay, if I separate this into, that line was terrible. Let's try this again. Okay, I'll number the regions. I want you to put a name to them. I guess this would be review question 15. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Identify those 9 regions. Now also, give me an example of an organ in those regions. Okay, so a name for every number and then an example of an organ you would find in each number. Here's a better look at it. So we're trying to get the organs. Let's hop over to Photoshop. By the way, today is new bike day. It's supposed to show up after school. I am super excited. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a negative feedback loop. Now I'm going to use what's called an analogous structure. That means it's going to be something that's not part of the human body, but it's going to perform the same function as a negative feedback loop. There's a bunch of different things you could use. Analogies are really a good way to see if you actually understand a concept. Okay, there are 7 parts. We'll call this number 16. Okay, I will draw the negative feedback loop. Now remember, like I said, it's not going to be something from a human body, but it's going to perform the same function as a negative feedback loop. Somebody told me I should make brain guy stickers. Should we make brain guy stickers? Not sure how you do it, but it might be kind of fun. Because if they're stickers, then we could stick them on things. All right, I'm rambling. Let's get started. I have already failed at my drawing. Okay, let's say we have a super awesome sports car with wheels that aren't the same. Now here's our car, it's cruising along. It's a sports car, it's all low and sleek. My car looks more like an anteater than a car. So we have this awesome car here. Because it's a sports car, obviously it has to have a wing on the back. It's going real fast. Sailing along. Okay, now we need to establish what number 1 is. Okay, so number 1, this car is going at, we'll say, it's about to jump to the future because it's going 87 miles per hour. That was kind of an old person joke, 88 miles per hour, Back to the Future, the car jumps through time. Never mind. Okay, what is number 1? Okay, now the car is going 87. It is on cruise control. So I'll put that. Car is on cruise control. Uh-oh. Here comes a hill. Okay, the hill is number 2. What is number 2? And what the hill causes to happen is the 87 miles per hour drops to 80 miles per hour. Okay, what is number 2? All right, let's start the loop. Remember, these are analogous structures. They perform the same functions as your diagram in your notes. You just got to figure out which is which. Okay, we're going to do for part number 3. Remember, the car is on cruise control. Here we have the speedometer. Let's say this is 90 miles per hour. There's 100. Because this is a sports car, it goes over 100. Okay, the speedometer is now stuck over here. Like I said, it's going 80 miles per hour. What is number 3? 3 is the structure that actually registers that there's been a change. Okay, that is going to send that information that the car is moving slower. What is number 4? Okay, it's the information being sent towards the control center. Okay, that brings us to part number 5. Let's say every car, newer car has one of these. They have a controlling computer. Okay, something has to control the speed. And like we said, we're in cruise control. So we'll say this is the CPU, or the central processing unit of the car. It has to make a decision on what to do to get back to 88 miles per hour or 87 miles per hour, because that is where it wants to be. Okay, so what do we call this part or structure that's going to make the decision of how to fix or how to oppose the hill? Okay, the hill was number 2. Okay, the CPU, it makes a decision. And it sends out a signal. Okay, that signal is part number 6. Okay, that signal's going from the decision maker to the object or structure that's actually going to bring out the change that object number 5 has decided. And in this case, object number 7, I don't think I've ever tried to draw one of these, but we're going to see. This car is mighty. It has a V8 engine in it. This is obviously an engine, a terrible engine, with a big supercharger on it. Yeah, it's not the best engine drawing. There's probably not any way of actually improving this fine engine. Yes, it's a V8 that only has 2 exhaust ports. Okay, so here's our horrible engine. So the CPU has said, okay, engine, we're only going 80 miles per hour now, so here's some more gas. So it dumps gas into the engine, which increases the RPMs, which gives it more power. Now, of course, this engine is working hard, so it's shaking. I'm doing whatever I can to try to make this engine better. All right, so number 5 decides that the engine has to go faster, so it gives it more gas. What do we call the engine? What part of the negative feedback loop would the engine be? And this is going to keep going and going, because it's a loop, until the car is back to 87 miles per hour. Okay, that was kind of scuffed, I realize that. But it's analogous. It's got all the parts, so see if you can identify those. And I'm going to erase this because I don't want to look at it anymore. All right, what else do we have left? We have, don't forget the parts of DNA. I mean, there's not going to be a lot on DNA. So if we're going back, we had directional terms. Oh, levels of organization, don't forget those. So it all starts off at the chemical level. Then the next largest thing would be the organelles. Okay, what I want you to do is you want to fill in the remaining levels. So what comes after organelle? So it went chemical, organelle, there's another level, and then what is the last level? So fill in the correct names here, 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 and here. Okay, that's it. Just a quick review. Hopefully your note cards are looking good. And I'll start looking at the test. Probably going to cut some stuff out, change it a little bit from what you saw, but what you saw on the board a couple days ago, that's pretty much going to be it. All right, anatomy, I am out.